Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Week 178 of my keto / low carb journey / OMAD. We have officially entered OMAD, which is 1 meal a day for the entire month of January, starting fresh in the new year, and we are just gonna crush our goals. So this video is my week 1 results from OMAD, doing OMAD all week long. And yeah, it's a good one. So really happy with the results. So we're gonna talk about the scale, we're gonna talk about this past week, and I wanna share something that crossed my mind that's pretty exciting that I want to plan for all of us. So let's get into it now. Alright guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm the incredible shrinking Steffi. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, be a part of my journey, and allow me to be a part of yours. This channel is my journey to lose a total of 200 pounds from my highest weight. I document my struggles on here, my wins, my successes, my failures, everything. We go through this together. I talk a lot about the mental parts of this journey and how hard a weight loss journey truly is. I have battled with obesity and food addiction my entire life, ever since I was a little girl. And so really figuring out, what my true identity is in Jesus. That is really where my focus is on this channel. We go through the mental crap together. We got to figure that part out if we really want to overcome and become the people that we are destined to be. I share a lot of what I eat in a day videos to show you how I am losing my weight. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love for you to be one of my subscribers. Join my YouTube family. It would mean the world to me. Also, I have a support group on Facebook, The Shrinkables, so come join us over there and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. All of that is down below. All right, guys, so OMAD. Comment below. Let me know if you are doing OMAD for the month of January. Let me know if this is your first time doing it or if you're just an OMAD professional over there. Let me know down below. I tried OMAD for an entire month for the first time last July, and it was such an incredible experience. I fell in love with it. It was so awesome. It got me into Wonderland that month, and it was so cool. Actually, I want to talk about that video for a minute because I got a comment from someone on that video. In the month of July, we did OMAD, and I ended up losing 7 pounds, I believe, within the 30 days. But by August 7th, I had lost 11 pounds doing OMAD. I was trying to get into Wonderland for my 3-year YouTube anniversary, which I did. It was such an exciting time. But anyway, I lost 7 pounds in 30 days, and I got a comment from someone just recently, last night, saying that she couldn't believe that I only lost 7 pounds and that I should have lost a lot more than that doing OMAD for 30 days. Now, I want to tell my viewers, all of you beautiful people out there, do not believe people like that. Do not believe things like that. It is unrealistic. When you set expectations for yourself that are unrealistic, you are going to be sorely disappointed. I had already lost 170 pounds from my highest weight. Sure, if I started out in July doing OMAD at 300 plus pounds, yeah, I would have lost a lot more than 7 pounds. But I had already lost 170 pounds. So losing 7 pounds in the month of July, it was a success. It was a success. So I only mention this because I don't want you guys believing things like that. Don't believe that you have to lose like this huge amount of weight in order to be successful. You know what? You lose 2 or 3 pounds this month. That's 2 or 3 pounds down. Be excited about that. Celebrate every pound lost because you're headed in the right direction. That is what matters. So just wanted to point that out. All right, guys, so something pretty exciting that I wanted to mention before we get into the OMAD results and the scale and all the good stuff, because it was good. I posted this in my support group, The Shrinkables. A crazy thought popped in my head, and so I said I was thinking of planning a get-together for all of us here in Maine. Now, I know a lot of you are far away. If you want to make the trip, that would be freaking awesome. But if not, totally understand. Obviously, don't feel obligated to come. But I just thought it would be really cool to get some of the members of our community together just to meet and, talk and just like, I don't know, I think it would be really cool. And maybe the locals here in Maine, we each could like bring a dish to share, preferably low carb, preferably healthy, right? Let's do this right. But I just think it would be really cool for us all to get together. And I was thinking about the time frame. I had said maybe springtime, summertime. The best time to come to Maine is in the fall though. It is just absolutely beautiful. So let me know your thoughts on that. Is it something that you would want to join in on? Would you want to come and join in on this get together with all of us? Because a bunch of you did say in the support group that you're interested in coming. So I just think it would be really cool. So let me know down below if you are interested. And if you are interested, let me know where you're coming from and what time frame works the best for you. Spring, summer, fall, obviously not winter. You guys don't want to come to Maine in the winter. Just saying. So really excited about that, because I would just love for us all to get together and meet, and yeah, because we just all share similar stories, and I love that this little community is growing and expanding, and just we're all just our little YouTube family, and I just love it. So let me know down below. All right, guys, so I want to talk about this month a little bit too, because yes, we planned on doing OMAD for the entire month, but I have a few days planned that are not going to work for OMAD. So one of the days actually is the start of week 2, which has already happened. My son turned 7 years old and we gave him a yes day. And so I did not stay on plan for that day. I did not do OMAD just because there was so much going on. We were, out, and just, could I have stayed on plan? Absolutely. Let's not make excuses, guys, but I made the choice not to. I just made the choice not to stay on plan for that day, but that's okay because I just got right back on track and we just keep moving forward, right? So that was one day. I have another day coming up on the 27th. My husband's dad wants to bring us all out for Chinese. Yeah, Chinese. I love Chinese, but it doesn't love me back. Yeah, so it's going to be around 3 o'clock though, so that will be my only meal. Obviously the sodium is a killer. Obviously it's going to affect me, but we're going to get right back on track. We know what to do. We know what to do. And then another day, the 30th, is my mama's birthday, and I am bringing her out to lunch for her birthday. So I won't be OMAD for that day either. But every other single day will be OMAD. And I am filming my meals for you. I already have week 1 OMAD meals up for you guys on my channel, so make sure to check that out if you haven't seen it yet. I won't be filming every single day just because it gets chaotic when I do that. But I already have a few days filmed for you guys coming up. So it'll be here and there. I want to show you guys what I'm eating this month to stay on track and to lose weight. So yeah, make sure you turn on that bell for notifications so that you are notified when I upload these videos. So, okay, let's get into the results for week 1. All right, guys, so my last results video, I actually was already 2 days in. I believe I was on day 3 of OMAD, just because of where my results videos come up and when I film and then when OMAD actually started. I actually had 2 days in already, but I had started January out at 207.8. But after 2 days, I had lost 5 pounds from doing OMAD. So that weight, that water weight, that bloat just flushed out, which was really, really cool. So I just kept going. I was 202.8 at my last results video. And for this weigh-in, 1 week after doing OMAD, I was 200.6. So I lost 7.2 pounds the first week, which is, just kidding, I don't want to pause, but seriously, so awesome. So awesome. It feels so good just to get right back on track, right? Like we may have had that holiday weight, that holiday gain that we just want to get rid of. We get rid of it. When we get back on track, when we just do the dang thing, we get that weight back off, but then we keep going. We just keep going. And that's what we plan on doing. I absolutely love OMAD because it gives me a little bit more wiggle room when it comes to food, and it's not so strict. Yeah, it is strict. You're only eating 1 meal a day and you're fasting for the entire day. But once you get to your 1 meal, if you can control yourself and not overdo it and completely start, binging or something like that, then You get to have the foods that you enjoy. Some of the foods that I ate for week 1, you know, we would have breakfast for dinner, but then my husband would make some home fries, and oh, they're so good. So good. And so I would have just like a small pile of home fries. If I was doing my 2 meals a day and doing dirty keto or doing low carb, you know, those things would affect me. They would affect me because it would trigger me to eat more. Because once I start eating, once I have my first meal, I wake my appetite up. And that's why I love OMAD, because it's like, you wait the whole day. Yeah, you get your hunger moments. You have to go through those hunger moments, but they don't last. You know, you push through them and they go away. I had one today. I was super hungry earlier, but I had a coffee and a bottle of water. And so you just push through them and they don't last forever. And then you get to your one meal and it's like, oh, I can eat, you know, this is great. And so you have that little bit of wiggle room too, where you can have some of the foods that you normally wouldn't eat. Now, I know that, you know, some people can have a little bit of potatoes with their meal and it not affect them. But for me, it affects me because I have that food addiction. And so, like I said, once I start eating, I wake my appetite up, and then I just find myself eating too much. I just consume too many calories, especially if I add a trigger food in. Doing OMAD, I don't, because I just have my one meal. That's it. And I don't binge. I don't overdo it. And, you know, I can't consume a lot of calories at one time anyway. Like I've mentioned so many times before, I had gastric bypass surgery in 2015. So I can't eat a big meal like that. So I'm full anyway. So adding a little bit in there of some of my favorite foods, I'm not going to overeat it because I can't. I just can't. So still, that gastric bypass tool is still working for me today, especially when I'm doing OMAD. But again, it works against me as well because I want to make sure I'm getting enough protein. So I do add in a protein drink as well just to get some more protein in my diet. But it's working for me. I love it. I don't do OMAD full time though, just because I want to make sure that I am eating enough and because I like to switch things up every now and then. But the majority of the time I do OMAD. I think I'm becoming an OMADer. It's kind of cool. So I wanted to mention to you guys that I have been going to therapy. I started going to therapy. And I finally am meeting with a therapist that I've wanted to see. She finally got some availability. So I've had 3 sessions with her so far, and I really like her a lot. And there's so much junk inside of me that needs to be worked out, and sometimes we need a little bit of help, you know. And we don't talk, you know, specifically about food addiction or, you know, addiction really. We're just talking about everything, you know, all of the demons inside of me that I've had, that I have. And so that's what we need to do, you know, like we really need to figure things out for ourselves if we want to fix the things that we don't like about ourselves, you know. I reached almost 400 pounds at one point. Like that's insane to me. Obviously, something's not right, you know? Yeah, I have a love for food. Yeah, I used food as a comfort, but why? What drove me to that food? Why did I feel the need to turn to food? You know, what was I feeling? What was I missing? And so figuring that out with her, I think is going to be really important for me because I really want to take this seriously, you know? I can't just lose the weight. I can't just lose the physical weight and be okay. I need to figure out the mental part of this. You know, what got me to that highest weight? What was I going through? What was I battling? What do I have a hard time facing? What am I running away from? You know, I am a runner. I run away from things that are too hard. I think a lot of us do. We don't want to feel it. We don't want to feel the pain. We don't want to feel the hard, you know? So we run. And whatever it is that you're running to is making you feel better in that moment. And for me, my whole life, it was food. And I mean, I have just loved food ever since I was a little girl. I just remember loving food. And I was on diets constantly because I was a heavier kid. And so my dad would put me on diets. I would go on diets with my mom because she needed to lose weight too. And my 2 older brothers were skinny, so they never had any issues with that. And so it was my mom and I who were going on diets. But I was just a little girl, you know, and here I am having these bad foods ripped away from me. And I think that it just developed into this horrible relationship with food that I had. And when you take something away and you're saying, you know, no, you can't have this. This is bad. You can never have this. you want it even more, right? Especially as a little kid. And so when you get to have those again, it's like, oh, this is great, you know, because it tastes so good. And so I think it just developed into this massive food addiction that I ended up having for my whole life. And so anytime something happened to me, anytime I felt any type of pain or any type of emotion, boredom, depression, anger, sadness, you know, whatever it was that I was feeling, I knew food was going to make me feel better. And that's just something that I am trying to change with my kids, because I don't want them living with what I lived my whole life. And I know it's, you know, it's not my mom's fault. She was trying to be healthy. She wanted me to try and be healthy. I had people all around me telling me that I needed to be healthy. I needed to lose weight. You know, my Nana would always say it. My dad always said it. My dad always put me on diets every time I went down to visit him in Florida. And so I was always labeled as the fat kid in my head. You know, like I was the fat daughter, I was the fat sister, I was the fat friend, I was the fat granddaughter. And so it was just like, that was me. That was who I was. And so it kind of felt like I was never going to change. You know, like I could lose the weight. I was on diets many, many times my whole life, and I would lose the weight, but I'd always end up gaining it back because I never figured out what my true identity was. You know, I just really felt like my obesity and my food addiction and everything that I struggled with defined my identity. And that's just not who I was. But I believed it. And so now I'm 43 years old trying to figure all this crap out. I'm trying to figure out who I truly am. And I really think therapy is going to help me a lot. And I'm excited for it. It's never easy. It's never easy talking about things. But she's really good. She's really nice. I really like her a lot. And I'm just really praying that we continue moving in the right direction and we really figure this brain out. Because it's messed up. All right, guys. If you're still watching right now, I want you to comment below, I am an overcomer. Because you are. We are overcomers. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and join my support group on Facebook. I will see you guys at the next video. Stay safe and choose health. Bye, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Week 178 of my keto / low carb / Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Oh my gosh. Already. When I first started my channel 3.5 years ago, I was pretty much full-time. Gosh, Steffi, come on. When I first started this journey 3.5 years ago, I was pretty much when I first started my Did I want to say anything else about anything else? I don't think so, right? Make sure to turn that bell on for notifications so you're uploaded. You want to be uploaded? I'm gonna totally cut all that out.